Balls are back.
Yeah, they had us the first half, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, could be Wayne!
I think I got my swagger back. Oh!
I love it, baby!
Them orange britches. Something about them orange britches.
Tennessee wins! Brought us by Tennessee, Jawan Jennings. Jennings makes the catch.
Ball hit high in the air into right field. Going back is Sayre. And Tennessee can say hello win column. A grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. You can't draw it up any better.
We just won a basketball game, and we're very happy right now. I made up my mind. I don't expect to ever look back. I'm going to stay at the University of Tennessee.
Reddit did to do, and welcome into more important issues. It is Thursday. Landon, update the background. Thursday, October 20th. I think I uploaded it. I don't know whose fault it is. Let's find out now. It is Thursday, October 20th. We're getting there. Don't worry about it. I am still fired up from this weekend. Is it not in there?
Maybe.
No, not it. All right, let me send it to you. We'll get it updated in a second. Ignore that. Just go to that all orange background. This is how you do production, folks. Don't worry about it. Man, what a week. I've enjoyed this so much.
It's so much fun. I mean, it's so much fun. You know, it feels good to be on this side of it. Seeing the meltdown from Alabama fans has been so much fun. It's been so much fun seeing everybody's videos and everything from the game as well. You know, everybody kind of had different reactions, but I feel like it was the same thing, whether you cried, cheered, cussed, laughed, whatever. I think it was just a huge sigh relief is what all the emotion was.
Yeah, sorry if I'm messing this up, coming in and out, trying to fix the background.
You're good. I mean, here's the thing. We're gonna have some stories from different people that went to the Alabama game, got to storm the field, had some cool pictures, maybe videos out there. I just think it'd be cool to hear those. And we're gonna talk about UT Martin a little bit. Here's the thing: they're FCS. Tennessee's number 3 team in the country. It shouldn't matter. Tennessee basically has a bye week this week. Get a little bit of run, maybe pad the stats a little bit. That Heisman campaign for Hendon Hooker, maybe pad those a little bit, and then let's get him out maybe probably in the second half, and let's get some young guys in and build some of that depth. I think I just saw it cook on it.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is getting – first off, keeping everybody healthy. I know it's tough to do. It's football. It is kind of what it is. But that you want to keep everybody healthy. And that's a big part of that is taking care of business early. You don't want to take your ones out if it's a close game, but you want to get them out as fast as possible because we talked about it. Tennessee schedule is always like this. You kind of have 2 meets of your schedule, and you just rounded out one, and man, what a freaking way to do it. You go on the road to Baton Rouge. Sorry, let me go in order. You take down Florida. Not a great Florida team, but one that's kind of it's been your
Miss Pitt.
Well, Pitt, you had a cupcake game after that. So I'm talking about just meat of that schedule. You have Florida. I know you got bye weeks there too, but that's a little bit different just because preparation's still. You get it, and then you get meat with Kentucky and Georgia. Kentucky, I don't think is a great football team by any means, but you best believe that team can make you trip up, especially, I mean, we talk about what's kind of been the difference for Tennessee this year. They're going to have a strong front 7. So this is a good week to kind of come down from that high of victory. Like you said, just go take care of business. Get in, get out. Tennessee's been good at that this year. Get in, get out, and go. So I'm excited. Just to get it back. So,
yeah. I know, like, you can have a hangover this week. It doesn't matter. You should be able to play all freshmen against UT Martin and still win it by double digits. So it feels good, kind of a little bit to have this. I get to go in Neyland and not really worry about it. That's, you don't get to do that very often. So take advantage of that. Again, you need to build depth. I mean, having a walk on in the last possession on defense at cornerback is definitely not ideal. So play some guys and see what you have. Play some Christian Harrison, Jordan Thomas, Andre Turrentine, some guys back there in the secondary that could really utilize this week. And, those guys that are going to probably be redshirt candidates to get some running. If nothing else, it helps you down the road. I want to see I want to see another tackle. Darnell Wright he's made a ton of money these past 2 weeks. Who is another left tackle or right tackle, left tackle? Who else do you have besides Jeremiah Crawford and Gerald Mincy? Is it an RJ Perry? Could it be an Addison Nichols? Grant Brian Grant? Yeah. Just a ton of guys that I'd like to see utilized this week. Some young guys, and see what you got.
Yeah, that's the name of the game, and hopefully Tennessee gets it done early. I expect Hendon Hooker to play. I'm kind of curious. Do they keep him until halftime? Kind of what that rotation looks like. How quick? How early is it? I got to think they're going to want to see, of course, Joe Milton, but Taven Jackson as well.
Mm-hmm.
Running back too, I think as far as carries go, I don't know snaps wise. You didn't see anybody but Jalen Wright and Jabari Small. I'd have to go back and really look to see if anybody else got snaps, but I'm not sure. As far as carries go, they didn't. So a good week to talk about building depth. November is when you're really going to need your four backs in totality. So building it there. And I don't think you see Cedric Tillman this week just because he's a seasoned guy. If you do, it's probably a couple quick throws early, then get him out. But I doubt you see him. The only way you do is if they want to kind of let him play. Game speed, even if it's against UT Martin, game speed's always going to be different. That's the only reason I could see it. But like I said, with a guy as much experience as him, I would be a little shocked by that. So, but again, talk about timing for that to get him back before Kentucky and Georgia. If you want to let him see it, this is a great week to do so. Just for a few snaps. I don't think UT Martin is going to be anything like Akron. As far as I don't know if it was intentionally dirty. It's hard to tell, but they weren't intentionally being safe about it either.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully everybody stays healthy this week. You don't want any injuries going into the back half of the season and a big stretch. Tennessee 6-0. No one. And if you had them at 6-0, good for you, but you're a little bit of a clown, right?
Well, you're also full of shit.
Oh yeah. Well, if you said it, it's like maybe you were just hoping for it. That's about it. That's about it. Listen, I'm an idiot. It's fine. I'll get to that. My stupidity is me. But no one foresaw Tennessee being 6-0. Talk about a playoff. If you wanted to be in playoff contention and give up a game, you won the right one. I'll leave it at that because there are no moral victories. We talked about it. If you lost to Alabama, it's not a moral victory. Obviously, you want to be in the game regardless.
I thought you were going to say this game.
Yeah, this one's important. This one is the most important to the playoff. Now, I'm just talking about last week, kind of going forward. You won the right one to put yourself in terms of, go take care of business. You're there, but also there's wiggle room.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. You want to be Bama at home. Like that was the one that you wanted to circle. Like if you had to pick between that and Georgia, you want to win that game. Now as far as the East wise, that it's probably not as important. Like if you wanted to go to Atlanta, Georgia would be that game. But if you're talking about playoff implications,
this is
if you go lose to Georgia, does that kind of work in your favor where you could probably get in and not have to play that game?
Yeah, but you also the caveat to that is you do have to play Georgia close. If you blow them out,
Yes.
or if they blow you out, or
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
game's
everything
dead.
kind of has to work out, and to this point in the playoff, it has.
Yeah.
So if Tennessee, who's going to have a better resume at 11-1 than Tennessee if they lose that to Georgia? Now there can't be an undefeated Pac-12 champion, an undefeated Big 12, or Big 12 champion.
Well, Big 12 possibly too. Yeah.
Yeah, and Big 10.
ACC too. That's all still possible.
Yeah, that's true. I think the Pac-12 will probably beat themselves. I would like to say Texas is now the favorite to win the Big 12.
I think both. I think every conference except maybe the ACC is the only one I'm saying probably ends up undefeated. I think all the other ones I would be shocked.
I think
if
the
there's an
ACC
undefeated.
has one. I would shocked if Clemson loses.
It's this week. You'll find out this week if Clemson's going to be undefeated. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think the ACC is just trash. I mean,
Well, yeah,
the
but
second best team so far this year has been NC State, and they're terrible.
No, I don't disagree with the ACC's trash, but in my opinion, Clemson's still head and shoulders above the ACC.
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
That's why I think they probably. If I had to pick one right now of the other four, I'm picking the ACC
to get one in,
to be the undefeated one.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that was the one who isn't going to be undefeated.
No.
Okay,
No.
gotcha.
I think the rest.
Yes,
Big 10 possibly. Like I think there's a good chance. I think Big 12. You mentioned Texas potentially beating TCU.
Here's the thing: if Ohio State takes care of business with Michigan, Michigan has no chance of having a better resume at 11-1 than Tennessee does at 11-1.
No, for sure. But you also don't want to risk too. Here's the thing too. We talk about it because it's fun to talk about. I just disclaimer before we kind of go on. Take care of business. You put yourself in a position because you have taken care of business. Continue to do so. It's so much fun. Keep doing it.
Yeah, and you're going to have a pack kneeling, which Kentucky's going to come in here. It's not going to be 2020 like it was during COVID, where there wasn't a lot of people here.
Nasty environment.
It is. And Will Levis is hurt. I mean, he said like his toes hurt, his shoulders hurt. It's his left shoulder, but
it's gonna be
cold. Yeah, it's gonna be cold. I mean, they're gonna run the football, and what does Tennessee do best on defense? Stop the run. So I know we're not getting into Kentucky just yet, but it's a perfect game for this UT Martin because you can look forward to Kentucky and still dwell on that, ride that high of Alabama and not have to worry about it this week.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it if Kentucky was this week because, again, Kentucky is a good football team. They're a team that can push you. I think Tennessee's a really good football team, and really good football teams can succeed when they don't play their best football.
Mm-hmm.
But it definitely works out in Tennessee's favor to be in this position this week. And, hey, I think I'm jealous. I won't be in Neyland this weekend. I won't be in Knoxville this weekend. I think this weekend's going to be fun. Everybody's excited about Alabama still. It's homecoming. It's I think it's honestly better that it's a noon game just because I think you have a better chance of more people being there, more kids. People are going to take their families. So I think you're looking at a Ball State type crowd for this one just because the hype is so big. People are back in town. I'm jealous. I know it's UT Martin and me and you would be feet up talking in the second half in your seats, but I think it's still going to be a great time. I'd rather watch bad. When I say bad Tennessee football, I mean when they're 6-0 because this is the least amount of attention I've paid to NFL and college football in years because I'm having way too much fun watching the Big Orange.
Oh yeah, we're in Neyland Stadium all day long.
Yeah,
or around the stadium all day long.
Right.
We went to LSU, didn't get to spend a whole lot of time. Kentucky will be that same way. We better put our bets in on Friday night because we're not going to touch it on Saturday. We never do. So, yeah, it is exciting. Kentucky's going to come off a bye week as well. That's going to be interesting to see. But I just think Tennessee, Tennessee's always had, kind of more talent than Kentucky. But, we have more talent than, you could argue maybe 5 to 10 other teams have the same amount or more talent than Tennessee. That's it.
Yeah, I'm honestly shocked where we're at, and it's kind of crazy because you see the talent on the horizon too,
Yeah,
and
well,
it's greater.
we're not used to it. I mean, it was crazy the fact, like I was talking about it with my wife. I was like, I couldn't believe the amount of people that I knew that were at the game that didn't want to go on the field because like that's all like, I mean, that's all I've dreamt about forever because I've
Yeah,
never got to do it before.
never come close. In
Yeah,
fact,
yeah. So, you know, when the opportunity presents itself, I'm definitely going to take full advantage of it. And me and you did that.
we did. I can't wait to talk about that with some guys too. Dub, we will not be tailgating this Saturday morning. I'm out of town. It's a nooner. It just didn't work out. Here's the thing, though. We're going to make up for it at Kentucky. If you're in here right now, we are going to make up for it at Kentucky. That tailgate's going to be huge. We're starting early. Come for some, come for all. We're starting early. We're doing it. It's going to be a good time. Sun up to sundown, we will be in our spot. The Cats don't know what's in. They don't know. That crowd was obviously really big for Alabama in terms of just how nasty it was. I tweeted the video right before we came in. Did you see it from across the river yet? Have you watched it?
Yeah, I did watch that. Yeah.
So loud from
I
across
wish
the
they
river.
would have got like of the kick. That would have been sick to
It would have
hear
been
that stadium
it,
after that.
you probably could have seen it shaking. Here's the thing, too. Kentucky, because it's a night game, because Tennessee's going to be trying to go 8-0, it's going to be, I can't say just as nasty, because it is going to be hard for Neyland to ever reach that peak again. That's the kind of precedent Vol Nation set. But it is going to be nasty, that crowd. And I cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun. Like I said, though, this week I'm jealous. This will probably be the first game I'm going to be like glued to the television. That's a game like UT Martin, just because I'm excited for everyone else. And I'll have to be watching from afar. It is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. If it was the Alabama game, I wouldn't have been there. If it was the Kentucky game, I wouldn't have been there. So shout out for squeezing it in, UT Martin. It is cold, so that sucks. I'm going to be in Charleston when it's cold, but whatever. Whatever. I mean, it happens.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I can't win them all. Unfortunately.
So this week a little bit, who are some young players you'd like to see get some run?
I'd really like to see more Squirrel White this week. I know we don't need
That's a good one,
receiver.
yeah.
I know we don't need receiver depth right now. I know we don't. But I thought I liked how they kind of used him in the LSU game in those spots. So I'd like to see more of that. Because I think that could be a very advantageous type deal later on in the season. And maybe Ramel Keaton is that more utility guy, since he'll probably be fourth spot, assuming Cedric's 100%. But I just really like the way they used him in that game. And I got to imagine he's going to get touches again. So I think Squirrel's the one I'm kind of excited to see.
Yeah, that's a great one. Just because, like, you know, you never want to deal with injury. You run into injury with Cedric Tillman. Luckily, you had a guy like Ramel Keaton that you could count on. But after Ramel Keaton, like, I don't know if there is a guy that they're like, we can go to him.
Full trust, for sure. Squirrels obviously has some, but full trust.
Walker Merrill, like, you know, who's that fourth guy right now? Because they just haven't played him up to this point.
Right.
I like that one. I'd like to see Christian Harrison, cornerback. I mean, I just mentioned the depth earlier. You just don't have any at cornerback.
No.
I mean, throwing a walk on, you know, I know he's, you know, props to him for, I think he got thrown out one time on that last drive, and, you know, he covered him up pretty good. You know, he did it. I think it's William Wright, I think is his name. You know, props to him. But I mean, I don't think at any point he assumed he was going to play in that game. And it just kind of worked out that way. Here's the thing about beating Alabama. You beat them without two of your top corners. The starting safety was out. I think there's an argument now who your best wide receiver is, but Cedric Tillman is one of the best wide receivers in the country.
Yeah, 100%.
So I mean, did all that and still beat Alabama is impressive. But
and I'll just give Alabama some credit. I don't know how much of a difference having those guys in the secondary truly is. Bryce Young played that good. I know we talked about it on Sunday. If you didn't watch that game, and I know all Tennessee fans did, this is more for college football fans. If you didn't watch that game, you missed the quarterback duel of the century.
Mm-hmm.
That story is going to be told over and over for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
It is going to be etched in college football. There used to be a mode on NCAA where you play just like the greatest moments, and you try to essentially outdo those moments. And they had a Road to Glory where you try to outdo those Heisman seasons. That game is going, if they have that mode ever again, that game is going to be one of the top ones. That playing as those quarterbacks is going to be one of the top ones. Tennessee's defense isn't great, but we know that they get the job done. They even got the job done when it mattered on Saturday night. There is not another quarterback in the country, maybe C.J. Stroud, maybe, but he hadn't done it yet like Bryce Young has, that could keep Alabama in that game.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Played a heck of a game, but yeah, I'd like to see some Christian Harrison just to see kind of what you have at that position, build some depth a little bit, and see what happens. I like to see James Pierce. I mean, that dude playing kickoff and kick return looks like a freak. I'd love to see what he looks like on defense. Andre Turrentine and Jordan Thomas, I'd like to see what they look like at safety. Danico Slaughter, I thought, handled himself pretty well in the secondary last week. I'd like to see more of him. And then quarterback. I'd like to see a quarterback where you're not just playing a quarterback just to play him. You know, I know against Ball State, and I think we played 5 quarterbacks. I'd like to see a quarterback play and actually get some, drives in there. Not just one drive and out. Just get multiple drives and see what you have.
Yeah, I think, like I said, Hendon Hooker for the full first half. Based on just how late in the season Hendon's been a little banged up. If he makes it to halftime, Joe's probably the guy coming out of the half. I doubt it's like Ball State or Akron where you give Hendon a little bit out of halftime, just again because of where it's at in the season. So I'd like to see, Joe's going to get his fair share in the second half and his drives. I'd like to see Taven Jackson get a lot of meaningful drives. It's not a secret what this quarterback room and quarterback competition is going to be next year. And so I'd like to see Taven Jackson given a chance to kind of get the reins. You're probably not going to use him the rest of the year. It's your last chance. You're not burning a red shirt if you play him. Just let him have it. I really don't see a reason going past 3 quarterbacks in this game.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'd like to see some of Elijah Herring as well. He is in some packages, but I'd like to see him a little bit more not in just kind of a blitz role, just, playing that 3-down linebacker. I'd like to see him play a little bit more of that. I do want to ask you some things real quick before we, we're about to get some people on and tell some Bama stories. Love or hate? Javonte Spraggins collecting the stuffed animals.
Love it. The Zookeeper?
Oh, yeah.
Is that the greatest nickname? Is that the greatest, most what's the right word? Just nonchalant nickname of all time? Like, it needs context, and then when you understand the context, it's awesome.
Yeah, also his emoji has been like a gorilla forever. So like on Twitter. So yeah, it's awesome to see. Also, one more thing. Love or hate? Orange and black checkerboard.
Hell to the no. I don't care what section I'm in, even if it's orange. I will go buy similar to my tracksuit from last weekend. I will buy an all white tracksuit so I stick out like a sore thumb in protest. Do not, never, under any circumstances, checkerboard that stadium orange and black.
Yeah,
ever.
It's ridiculous. It's ugly. It looks like that candy that no one wants on Halloween.
Please don't. And
we don't have to do something every time.
We certainly don't have to do something every time. Why? Here's my why fix what's not broken? Checker Neyland is absolutely gorgeous. Why even think about doing a black version of it? Why even think about it?
Yeah, no.
And here's another point too. Tennessee's checkerboards are orange and white.
Also, they've never been orange. A ton of just black stuff.
That too. And I don't want to wear a ton of black stuff to games. I don't have. Yeah, because I might wear a jacket every once in a while that just because it's cold. But also, before we get into these Bama stories, I know a lot of people are like, oh, they wear orange every game. It would not have been that orange if you don't announce that. It was beautiful. Mm-hmm. It was so much orange on the field, in the stands. even when everybody was on the field. Gorgeous.
I think somehow there was more people on the field than there was in the stands.
It was amazing.
Like you couldn't see any grass. But yeah, we got a guy, Matt Roberts. He's going to come on real quick, kind of tell us. He had a video. I'm going to get him in here real quick. Matt, what's up, my guy?
My volunteer brethren.
What's up, man? Hey, congrats, by the way.
Hey, thanks, man. Awesome week.
Yeah, man. Beat Bama, have another baby.
Any better than that?
I mean, you're not getting a lot of sleep, but, props to you.
Bama game anyway. I know you all weren't.
Oh, no. Heck no.
I'm
going to show this video real quick.
He was around the Taze video, and they were trying to get it up out of the stadium. Luckily, he got to kiss it, though.
As I'm running to it, my girlfriend was yelling, "Do not get tased," and I was just going, "Worth it, worth it." I don't care,
dude. What a story, though. If you got tased,
that's what I said. The video had ended with me on the floor. That would have been awesome.
I mean, that cop missed a perfect opportunity. That's on him. I am going to show this video. It went viral. Matt, props to you. I love it.
That is awesome.
Did you ever think you would get viral for crime? I didn't.
Hey, if there was, if I was, it would be because of that, not because of anything else. So,
dude, so many. The seats that I'm sitting in were my granddad's for 50 years. Went to games, golly, 25 years, guys. I mean, I was inbred and I was baptized. There's the word. 95, 96, Peyton, 98, Florida. I was little for that one, though. But this one, oh, man, it was special. Like Tennessee, we fumbled. That dude ran it straight at me. We're in like Y9. Here we go again. And then what does he do? Hendon Hooker brings us back. I mean, field goal's coming at me. And here we go. It's missed. That's Alabama football. What are they good at? Missing field goals. And it was just, oh, dude. Some questions, but that video, I had so many emotions in that video. I mean, you guys.
It's just pure relief, right?
Southfield. You guys went Southfield. Oh, yeah. I was a junior beat Alabama. Dude, I'm 33 years old, man. Like, come on. I've been to every single one of them, watching them beat us by 30, 40 points each year.
Keep going back.
Yeah.
So was Miriam crying? Was she crying before the kick even went up? That's what I was like. She knew it was going in.
I have some connection issues.
We cut out
here.
It's not me tonight. I just want to point that out. It looked like I want to apologize for the size of the video. That's 100% my fault. I tried to fix it as much as I could. Couldn't.
There you go. He's back.
There we go.
Yeah, we're crying before the kick.
No, dude. Okay,
it just looked like you knew.
Man, I mean, I was like, right. See, I didn't know it was tipped until I saw the video afterwards. I mean, I was just like, in pure goes in, I'm done. If this goes, was it like, I almost cried a little bit at the Florida game, maybe a little bit, but I mean, dude, beating Almy at home. It's like, if we didn't beat them this year, win.
Yeah.
Win.
That's true. So did you go on the field and smoke a cigar?
Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah, definitely saw us. So after it all happened, after I got calmed down and not a huge over the internet, we went down literally the Gulf, the south end is where we sit. They literally came down. Miriam has a vid in front of us. Like, if we would have been like 10 feet over, probably could have hit us in the head, was how close. Literally security guards, guys, helping us down. Helping us down on the field. It was so insane. It was just, we had to go down.
I didn't really know what to do in the moment. Like when I got down to the lower section, well, at first I asked my dad, I'm like, are you going down? If we hit this, are you going down? He's like, no, man, I'll get hurt. I'm like, all right. Well, this is a once in a lifetime chance. So you bet your ass I'm doing it. I don't care if I spend the night in jail. So I walk up to the top and watch it go through, and I take off running down. And I'm like, okay, what's the best way to get to the field? I went right through the Alabama section. I know they weren't going on the field.
No. Right?
What?
The band's probably still in the section because they couldn't leave.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the best part. I'm walking out and literally they're just sitting there because they have to exit through the field. It was awesome.
Speaking of that, did you spit or throw drinks or cuss at Alabama fans or, because all these accusations going, I just got to check.
No, I can't say that I did.
I threw a couple of them off the top of the stadium,
I just cried like my newborn baby after we won and went viral.
Listen, I was so elated. I forgot there were even Alabama fans in the stadium. They're acting like all these people. Exactly. I didn't even care about them.
They disappeared in a hurry. Hurry.
They ran out of there.
Bad things happened to them. Did you guys sign each other's jersey swap?
We should have. Mine was filthy anyway. I don't even know if I'll be able to clean it again. But.
Yeah, mine has, like, I got poked so many times with other people's cigars. I have black marks, like, all over my back.
Hey, those are just Alabama. You'll just always remember it, man. Remember it. Hey, if we win this year, I'm definitely getting a national championship tattoo. For sure.
Okay. Caleb's got to get a tattoo.
I got to get a tattoo. I said I would do it the night of the game.
My crying face.
Yeah, you get Matt's face. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
What do you think about that?
I'm down. Listen, I will put anything in my body after an Alabama win. So whatever, I'll do it. It's fine.
Love it.
I'm never gonna get over that moment. That's cool. That I wish I'd have my phone out like Miriam did there for that. But Emily got some good pictures. But man, what a special. And like you said, with your family, like it runs deep. It kind of means more than football, and I don't think a lot of people get that. But it kind of means more than football. It's like your childhood and your family tradition, like everything, and then obviously the tradition of Tennessee, like all kind of culminated in that moment. I understand, like it was awesome.
The caption should have been it just means more.
Yeah,
because it did.
Alabama always means more.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Matt, we appreciate you hopping on real quick. I know you got a newborn to get to, and probably get some sleep. But
not
really
much
appreciate you hopping on
going on. Yeah. But thank you guys for having me. Shout out my wife. I went viral for crying. She freaking birthed out a child. She's a real.
All right, man. We'll have to see you at the tailgate.
He was born on a great week in volunteer history. I want to.
Oh yeah, you should have named him Chase.
Chase, Hendon, Jalen,
Hooker.
The name was picked, boys. She did all the work.
I understand.
Awesome. All right, Matt. We appreciate you, brother. Come to a tailgate sometime.
I need to, boys. All right, thank you, guys.
See you, brother.
See you, Matt. Great video. If you haven't seen it, Landon tweeted it out the other day. It's on our page. It is, I think it's pretty much everyone's emotions. Just maybe, I love that he sits down during it. That's like my favorite part. Like, I don't know it's kind of like I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what to do right now.
Yeah, it's just like I'm going to fall. It's better to fall back than forward.
Yeah, it was so cool. It was a great video. I also didn't realize it. Like, I saw that video Saturday night. I saw hundreds of videos. I didn't realize it was them until you tweeted it out and I watched it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was cool. Do we have your video? Can we show that? I guess we can't.
We can show the kick. Are you talking about on the field?
We can't show the kick. I'm talking about your interview. If you haven't watched Landon's interview, I tweeted it out. It's the first off, it's a callback to one of like it's.
I mean, we could show it. I don't care.
Well, it's. I don't know if we language on it. I don't know if we can right now.
Yeah, that's fine. That's probably fair. If you want it, you can ask for it, and I'll send it to you.
Like I said, it's on my Twitter page though, and it's a great callback to something that's become a hashtag, WGWTFA, and you have the best part of that guy's video, for sure, like by a large margin.
He kind of cut me off. I dapped him up at the end too, and he didn't want that in the video, I guess.
It was so WWE style too. Like he kind of comes over and you're, typing a tweet or something on your phone, and you just look. You can't see your eyes because you have sunglasses on for God knows why reason. I loved it. I just don't know why. I think you look the camera just dead in the eye and give it to him. It was. It was a great line, great entertainment moment. You need to go watch it. It was awesome. I've watched it no less than 1 million times. I've watched it so many times.
The reaction of you on the show on Sunday, watching it was great.
I just can't believe you didn't tell me about it. Like it was such. I
didn't think I didn't know who this guy was. I didn't know I didn't think it'd go anywhere. I just love that I didn't somebody sent it to you.
Yeah.
Before I got it.
Yeah, I was going to say, you hadn't seen it yet, had you? Okay.
No.
That's awesome. That's so cool. I freaking love it. There's so many great stories. If you have some you want to type out, tell us. We'll read them and talk about it. Landon, we talked about your video. So Landon sits in ZZ11. Mm-hmm. He moves up to the concourse, not in the concourse, but right outside the concourse, the tunnel. Takes a video, you see the kick, and then you don't see Landon, but you see his camera turn and just start taking off towards the field. It was awesome. If you didn't know we stormed, the best part about that is if you didn't know we stormed, you'd be like, where is he going?
Oh, yeah.
What is he doing?
And at that moment, I didn't know we stormed. I just went. So I was just hoping.
You were committed to it. I love it.
Yeah. We got another guy real quick. John York. He had a great picture. We'll get him in here. John, what's up, brother? I have no sound from you.
Our connection's been brutal tonight. I blame Landon. It's not my fault. I blame Landon.
It's just something about cell phones. It's just hard to get great connection on these things.
Yeah, we should have had a call in. John, make sure in the settings your microphone is on. Sometimes you have to flip that if you have headphones in or something like that.
Yeah, I think he's going to get some headphones.
Okay. So yeah, just make sure your headphones are on.
We'll go ahead and get his picture.
Yeah, pull up his picture. I hope he still has this shaven into his chest. It's
legend.
That is one of the most legendary pictures to come out of this whole thing. I saw some people talking about what picture should I get framed from this game. What should I do? John, if you're still listening, I'll tell you when you get back on here. You're selling this picture signed. It is that good.
Oh,
it's phenomenal.
100%. So good.
I love this.
John, can you hear us now? Maybe.
Better question is, can we hear him, Landon?
Yeah.
Let me.
I think he's trying it. It's all good. But yeah, what a freaking picture. Legend.
We may just need to do a call in to one of our phones and just because I've got to hear his story, especially how he got the chest hair. When did that take place?
Yeah, when did it?
Is it just for this?
Did he do it during the game? That would be sick.
That would be if he was like, I'm doing this to get the crowd pumped. Would be the most.
He also talked to that guy.
Did he? Oh yeah, I saw that.
Is that any better?
Yes.
There
What's
we
up,
go.
John? How are you, brother?
Okay. I hear what's going on, but it's working now, I guess.
Yeah,
we're good.
Perfect.
It's good to have you on, man.
Good. A lot better. We just pulled up your picture.
Doing good. I'm doing good.
So, that's just all time. Are you going to get that framed?
Man, I tell you what, guys, I can't hear you too well. I think I'm lagging pretty bad.
Okay.
I'll tell you the story though. So
Okay, go ahead.
woke up. I woke up, and we'll go back to Thursday. We go back to Thursday. Thursday, I did not have a ticket to the game, and my buddy Mitchell Foster hits me up. He says, "John, I've got you a ticket to the game. Leave. I'm so happy that I get to go to the game." So we go to Saturday morning. I'm hungover from Friday. First thing I'm thinking is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put a T in my chest right now. So Spencer Jeffrey, he cuts the T in my chest. He does a great job because he's kind of like an art. Cuts the
Oh no.
It's weird. It says great connection, then it just automatically goes out.
Yeah. Sometimes phones can be wonky. Obviously tonight phones are wonky, which sucks that it's tonight's the night.
Yeah.
Do you want to give him your number and just have him call you and hold it up to the speaker?
Yeah, that's fine.
I think the connection's even better that anyway. And I want to hear this story. And then you just ask him whatever questions you have. Because you won't be able to hear me. Or do you have his number?
I do have
I
his
know
number.
we exchanged. Yeah, just be like, hey, I'm going to call you real quick. We'll do it this way.
Okay.
This is awesome.
This
is how you roll. You just roll with the punches, guys. Listen, we didn't have the background set up. Now our connection issues are going bad. This is how we're doing it. And if you want to tell, is it Hunter? Is that the third guy?
Yeah.
If you want to tell him if he has a laptop, may work better. If not, let's just call him just to ease that transition there. Thank you for taking care of that, Landon. Landon did a good job. Landon actually didn't take long, but you still got to give Landon credit hunting down John. Shockingly easy find.
Yeah, it was easy. It was like the second person.
I am hoping I want you to ask him if we can get his Twitter handle or at least his name changed to Big Harry Winning Machine.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
I think he earned that name he birthed that name, I want to say. So Caleb Morgan said John's working on. I'm sitting right beside him. Caleb, tell him we're going to call just to kind of ease out those connections.
Yeah, that'd probably.
He's probably lucky we're going to call because I was going to ask him to take his shirt off and show us. So it probably works in his favor unless he wants to do that.
Yeah, I would like. Can he just get back in here real quick and just show us? I kind of need to see that. I think that'd help viewership out. So
we're pumping these numbers.
Yeah,
pumping these numbers up.
Yeah, we're this is Inflate Gate, not Deflate Gate.
I love it. Are we allowed to ask
back?
that?
He's
in
back.
2022.
I'm back. Okay.
All right, John, start it up.
Dude, I'm sorry about that. I'm at the office right now. We're at a company party, and we interview real quick for y'all.
Okay, nice.
So,
Can you?
I don't know what's up with my.
Can you show us? You just want to show us? You still got it?
Yeah! Yeah!
Standing ovation.
Yeah, standing ovation. I love it. Okay. All right. This is awesome.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you the story of how this came to be.
Okay.
All right. So it's night, and I'm stressing. I don't have a ticket yet. And I'm like really upset. I want to go to the game, and text me. He says, "John, the Vols are looking good. Also, P.S. I got a ticket to the game for you." And I'm like, I almost cried. I was so happy. And go fast forward to Saturday. He's like, "Well, we're gonna fast forward to Saturday morning. I'm hungover, and I tell my buddy Spencer, my chest, like, cut a T in my chest. We're gonna win the game. Cut a T in my chest. T in my chest. He's kind of like an artist. He did a fairly good job on the T, so I was very happy with it.
I think it's incredible.
It's kind of grown back a little bit, but I mean, first quarter goes by. It's a good time. Second quarter goes by. It's a good time. Third quarter, and I rip my shirt off, and everybody around me is like, it was just funny, man. It was fun. funny.
Did you know that girl
But,
that was on your shoulders, or did that just happen?
Yeah, that's my good
Okay, all right.
friend Laura Henley.
Okay.
She's beautiful. She made the photo for shoulders, and I was like, okay, get on my shoulders. So
Yeah.
But
It just adds a little bit more element to it. I mean,
it was unbelievable. So I mean, I'm just, but it's even cooler that it went viral the way it did. So I've just been counting these last couple in.
You had this cigar, you had a girl on your shoulders, she had a crush Michelob can, so it was just sick all the way around. I mean, just epic.
Well, everybody, it just depends on where you're from. If you're down south, you said, I wish it was me. So,
So what did you end up doing after that?
After that, we went to Clancy's. So we listened to We Are the Champions, and then we went home and went to bed. So I was
Did the shirt ever go back on?
It went, but later that night it came back off.
Okay.
All right. Standing over that.
So do you have a girlfriend?
No, I'm single, man.
Oh man, you're not about to be. I'll tell you that.
Man,
somebody is gonna want to rub all over that.
In the comments, a lot of these older women do. So
I get
we got a MILF hunter. I love it.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all letting me come on the show and talk about it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, dude, I loved it. I love it. Can you change your Twitter name to Big Hairy Winning Machine, or your name handle something?
I might have to. I don't know, man.
Awesome, man. Well, John, we appreciate you. Good luck, and hey, you got to keep it now for the rest of the season at least.
I think if we go to the SEC championship, I'll be there, and it'll come back out.
Awesome.
Love it.
Thanks for having me on the show, guys.
Yeah. See you, John.
John, thank you for coming on and tarps off. We love it. You have a good night.
Y'all too. Thank you. Sorry about.
You're good. We appreciate John working with us. At a work party too. Tarps off. It was awesome.
Yeah. And now we got Hunter, who
another legend.
Yeah,
another legend.
Created one of the greatest photos of all time back in '98. Look at this.
This was this 98? I thought this was earlier.
Oh, this might have been earlier.
I'll have to find the year. This was at Legion Field, by the way, not at Bryant Denny.
And they redid it like this. So
and well done.
Hunter, I gotta ask. What made you? I saw you actually do this on the field, which is awesome. What kind of like led to that? Ooh.
Cut him out.
I don't think we got any sound from him. Hunter, can you hear us? I don't think we can hear you yet.
You might have to, if you see the settings bar, make sure your sound's coming through whatever proper. Landon, can you see his bar moving at all?
No, I can't.
Yeah, hit that settings and go to audio. Sometimes it's wonky. We'll have to produce something there. While Hunter's trying to figure that out, Landon, that was 95. Tennessee beat Alabama 41-14 at Legion Field in Birmingham. That was that year.
Oh yeah, it wasn't.
So that was Peyton Manning's on play number 1 to Joey Kent.
Gosh.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about the Joey Kent? I'm pretty sure he has the most receiving touchdowns in a season at 13. Jalen Hyde already has 10.
For sure beating that.
Just something about 11. Yeah, Hunter, we're still having trouble hearing you, brother.
If we can't get it, we may need to do a phone call just to do it.
Yeah, we could.
I need this story.
If you want to give me a call, and I'll be happy to. Yeah, just give me a call and I'll. Yeah, here we go. He's from Cleveland.
Oh, go Raiders, or ask him Raiders, or I think the Bears. Bradley's the Bears. What are we working with before I know if I can continue this conversation?
Hunter, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. Yeah, I can hear you. Sweet. Yeah, sorry about that, but I just want to ask you, like, what gave you the how did y'all come up with this? Who was it? Who takes the credit?
So the guy that the only thing you see is his butt actually
Nice.
asking people for bail money.
Oh, okay. Did he get any?
So no, we didn't. We ended up not needing it. Luckily.
Okay, good.
But,
Good.
yeah, so but we in the moment we were so euphoric and it was just over the moon. I mean, I wasn't even born when the original picture was taken. So that was '95 in Birmingham, I think.
95, yeah, at Legion Field.
Yeah. So yeah, we didn't. We weren't really thinking about it, and the guy in the overall's wife grabbed us and was like, "You'll have to recreate that picture right here."
Hell yeah.
And so,
How many takes did it take?
oh, she was just clicking away. We were. I mean, I don't. My phone is full of them.
That's awesome.
I mean, there were people walking by like, "Man, this is awesome. If people don't get this, they don't need to be on the field."
Yeah, I think I said F yeah to y'all. I actually saw y'all do it on the field. So yeah, I yelled some obscenities toward y'all's way.
No, not us.
So kind of where were y'all sitting at, and how did y'all get on the field?
So one of the guys he was able to get a hold of a front row seat behind the players' families, and so
nice.
Me and the guy kneeling down were the only two that were in the upper deck. So as soon as the ball went through the uprights, I was down, tears in my eyes, and then immediately jumped up and we started sprinting down. Apparently, they say they were at the 50-yard line before the ball was even through the uprights, is what it felt like. But, yeah, I thought coming down the ramp, thought I might have lost an ACL.
There you go.
Got a couple Bama fans talking to us. Got pushed into people. My cigar was burning people. It was a good time.
Was it you? I have burn marks all over my back.
It might have been. I got shoved and got caught because there were 5 people in front of me.
Well, let me tell you this. So, when they get the second goalpost down, I'm like watching it. Like I'm like probably at like near the 50 because Caleb told me to meet him at the 50 if we win. Yeah. So I was going to the 50, hoping he'd be there. He wasn't there. You know, he was. I don't know what he was doing. Honestly, he was crying or something. But I'm watching part of the goalpost. I'm thinking it's in pieces. So I see it go through the crowd, and you can't really hear when you're down there. You can't hear anything. So like a guy just falls into the back of my leg, and I look back, and the rest of that goalpost just clips my head, just hits me right in the head, knocks my sunglasses on or off, and you know I'm looking like Velma off Scooby Doo trying to find those things. But hey, I wish some of it would have lodged into my head. I would have got to keep some of it.
Yeah, that was my one regret. I think we were probably in the same spot because I saw that upright coming on both sides, and someone just said hit the deck, and I wish I should have jumped on it.
Yeah, should have rode the wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get. It was kind of like there was no point where I was like, man, I hope I don't fall down because I will die. Like there was parts, but that part right there, I was like, you might die.
Yeah.
Like one wrong turn, like you're definitely gonna die. My one regret was not taking something. I mean, obviously I got grass, put it all in my pocket. It was terrible getting out, but I see all these like pictures of everybody else getting chairs, and like somebody got Derek Dooley's field pass and all this stuff. It was just like Caleb was talking about earlier, kind of don't know what to do with your hands kind of thing. Like I just didn't know what to do.
It was something like I think y'all were talking about it earlier. I never thought I'd get to experience this.
Yeah.
Like being on the field, there's just you see the pictures, and it's been 20 plus years, 25. You never think that that's gonna happen again, and I don't know. This week felt different. There was a little bit of it might happen throughout the week. I mean, y'all stopped at that cigar shop in Tuscaloosa, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the guys in that picture and me, we were all there about an hour after y'all were.
Oh, nice.
Love it.
Smoking the Tuscaloosa cigars.
Yeah, baby.
Even sweeter.
Love it. So this might be bold, and I should
When
ask
we walked
everybody.
in, they were like, "Oh, more Tennessee fans, great."
Yeah.
I don't know if Hunter can hear me, Landon. So I'll flip this out to everybody, and then you can ask him.
Hunter, can you hear Caleb?
I cannot. No.
Okay.
So
I'll just relay what he says.
the 15 years was almost worth it. That night was so much fun.
Yeah, the 15 years was almost worth it because that night was so much fun.
Yeah. I mean, I can't remember who said it. I remember seeing it on Twitter. I guess it might have been before the LSU game, but people say no one has more fun than Tennessee fans.
No.
And I really think that's true. Like there's no complacency. After the game, I mean, we stayed on the field for like an hour. It's just a spot you don't want to leave. And then we just walked back to my place and tried to rehydrate and regroup for a second, and then walked just all over Knoxville, Old City, down the strip, which was a war zone.
Yeah, you should have hit me up. I would have joined y'all. The group I was with was ready to go home, so we just went and ate Mexican and went home. But I could have went a couple more. We got there at 5 a.m., so we were exhausted. But hey, you do what you can do. Great time during the game. Hey, Hunter, we really appreciate you coming on. And sorry the connection is like the way that it is.
Ask him Blue Raider or Bear. What are we?
Blue Raider or Bear? Caleb wants to know. Cleveland.
Is he from Cleveland?
I was Silverdale. I didn't.
Silverdale.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I moved there in high school, so yeah.
Gotcha. Caleb is
Blue Raider by association.
Yeah, Blue Raider by association. His girlfriend went to Cleveland.
Okay,
so
yeah, that's fair. I'd probably lean that way too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't like he's trying to move there or close to there, and I'm just we'll have a talk.
Knoxville's where it's at.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, let's keep selling that. I like that. Hunter, really appreciate you coming on. Appreciate the picture. That was legendary. So props to y'all. If y'all want to come tailgate Kentucky, hit me up. We'd love to have y'all. So we're usually like so we are usually below the church, but this time, and I think we're gonna keep going to this place. It's right off Henley Street Bridge. You turn left, right next to the big church. We're in that lot.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll see you there.
Oh, cool. Come on by. I'd love to have you. But thanks again, man. Appreciate you, and have a good night.
Y'all have a good one. Go Vols.
Go Vols.
Go Vols. Hot seat before we talk more Alabama. Landon for not knowing where the speaker's at on an iPhone.
I was just holding it, when I'm on speaker, I usually talk like this. So I was holding it like I was talking.
That's how you should have been holding it, but you were holding with the camera up. No, before I said flip it, I could see the camera.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm so sorry. I have a lot going on. Okay, where's Joe at? This Kevin Hart concert and date night. I mean, I need Joe back.
I need some Joey Boots stories for sure. I could talk Alabama for years. We'll probably talk about it again on Sunday. Maybe we have some more people on to tell their story if we're still riding that high. I hope we are. Man, we got some great stories.
We got a legendary pick too.
We got a good pick. Do we have it?
Caleb and I traded jerseys. Yeah. We traded jerseys.
I'm sure people were like, what the hell are they doing?
Well, like when we first tweeted it out, like no one understood what we were doing. And then I tweeted out we did a jersey swap and everybody loved it. I had to clarify. But when you have to what's it called to explain the joke? Yeah, it's not that. Yeah, it's not great.
So, I felt like most people got it. I put it on Instagram the next day, and it got a good following. No, that was like so I want to clarify this too. I never want to go through a 15-year drought ever again, ever. But being on the other end of it already, it almost made it worth it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, 100%.
Also, speaking of things that got taken from the field, I saw someone carrying the DJ thing. And he walked past me so nonchalantly, and I was like, "Do you have?" And he was like, "Yep." I was like, "Okay."
Like Sterl the Pearls?
I guess because there's not another DJ down there. So yeah.
Dude, I just love like all the chairs and like somebody took their actual seats from the game.
Yeah, that's why were you even in the stands still to do that?
Yeah. I mean that I've seen how many screws are on the bottom of that thing. There's no way it took some time to get that off.
There's no way they got it out of the stadium, right? Like you saw the cops taking stuff at the door. Did they get it out of the stadium?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Which, like, when I think about it, there weren't cops.
Did they
place we left.
really? Yeah, I didn't see any.
So I guess they just went out the wrong gate. Most people did. I don't know. What a fun night, dude. That was fun. That was fun.
What about the grandma puffing on the cigar?
That's my favorite video of all time.
With Dane Davis? I don't know if it's his I hope it's not his grandma. That makes it even better.
Oh yeah. But also would be.
But it would be a cool moment with your grandma too.
Yeah. Both would be cool. One would be a little bit sweeter. One would be a little bit cooler.
Man, legendary. And then I guess Jermaine Burton. What are you doing, brother?
Yeah, and like I get so let me like be devil's advocate for a second. I understand the like safety issues that come with storming the field. And I get that you can't control everybody. If in a perfect world you could tell every fan to not say a word to the opposing team, to not touch the opposing team, then yeah, storming would be awesome. Unfortunately, that's not possible. It did seem like in the videos, like no one was like really bumping into him. No one was. They might have been saying stuff, but like it didn't even like. I even saw that. Did you see that Alabama assistant slap the camera out of someone's hand?
Huh.
You couldn't hear the guy say anything to him. He just turned the camera at him, and that Alabama assistant slaps it out of his hand. So it's like, unfortunately, like that's just going to happen. But also, you got to kind of have another side of that. Like the team has to know, like that's just kind of part of college football. It's one of the things that makes college football special. You just got to get off the field and keep your cool. You know, protect yourself. You have to, I guess, if we want again being the devil's advocate. But he wasn't protecting himself.
Well, there was a lot of people on the field by then.
Yeah,
my thing is like, why are you still out there?
Which I would like Tennessee. I don't know. I don't know if they could get to the away locker room that way, but there's that tunnel that the band uses right behind the visitor section. It would almost be nice if there was like an exit, quote unquote, strategy for opposing teams in that situation to just fastest way possible get off the field.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Toa found the fastest.
He knew
way
it.
off the field.
That dude. That's the most awareness he showed all night. He saw that go in and he goes, "I better get off the field." 100%. He knew it. He left his mouthpiece behind.
Yeah,
that's how fast he got off the field. Also, someone like that's cool to have. Honestly, that's cool. But the guy that put it in, that's gross.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
My sister knows someone, I guess they go to her church, where their son was the guy that fished the field goal post out of the river. And he took it back to the frat house and cut it up for him. So he got to keep a piece. I think I might have said this on Sunday's show.
Yeah, I do have a question about that.
Yeah.
So why did they throw it in the river just to fish it back out?
I think it's just like a tradition thing. So I don't hate it.
They just baptize that thing?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just get it right back out?
You got to exercise those demons, baby.
Where did they – I want to know – I was hoping to get Grit on. He had something he had to do tonight. But I wanted to know, like, where they entered the river.
It must have been, like, right across from G10, I think would be the lowest spot. Really? Kind of near Volunteer Landing.
Gotcha.
I think would be – I couldn't tell by the video. I'd have to go back and watch. And then that would make sense if you came out of gate 22, I believe is where they took it out of. No, you go in 22, right?
Well, it went down Cumberland too.
Yeah, so I think that was the other goalpost.
Oh, the other one. Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. I really don't. I would like to see a map. I wish somebody had stuck like a tracker on it. Maybe we'll get Mike Wilson on Sunday. He followed it around. He has a good story on Knox News Sentinel. You got to I don't want to like him to tell the whole thing. You got to pay to read it. He's got to make money. He's got to feed the kids. That. Maybe just get like maybe just let him give us his maybe like how there's probably some stuff
where they
went
didn't tell. Because you kissed one. You kissed part of it.
So the south end zone post started going up the student section. I don't know why they thought they were going to get it out of there. Maybe going out G10, but they weren't going to be able to take it out of the concourse. So I have no idea. And I see it start going, and that's when I left my seats. So I just enjoyed that moment in my seats. I smoked my cigar. I did cry. If you've seen the picture for a minute, I cried and I wept. And then I see it start going. Like I'm just sitting there. I probably kissed Emily a million times going, this is the greatest night of my life. This is the greatest night of my life. And then as soon as I went, I was like, Emily, get your phone out. Let's go. Like, we got to go. I'm kissing the goalpost. I'm kissing the goalpost. So I get out on the top concourse. I'm running around, and everyone, like 10, 20 people, they're yelling. They're just hollering. Like, they're tasing people. They're tasing people. And I'm like, don't care. That's when I dropped the F-bomb. I was like, I don't effing care. And those 2 kids are right there. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm just too fired up. And Emily is yelling at me, do not get tased. And then I'm being polite. You've seen the video. I didn't tweet it out because actually I might have tweeted it out, but I'm really polite. There's like people there taking pictures with it. And I'm like, hey, please just let me get through. Pretty please. And they finally, one guy's like, get up there, big dog. And so that's when I jump up there and kiss it. The cop, I don't even think the cop saw me. Apparently I'm just really that clean. I'm like the guy at the Walgreens. You just don't even see me. You just don't even see me coming.
Oh my god!
So that's how I got to that.
We didn't even tell that story. Good.
We haven't, but that's how I got to that goalpost. And then as we're leaving out of gate 23, once we leave the stadium, or no, we didn't go out gate 23. We went out gate 15, right where Neyland's statue is, whatever gate that is. And then we walk down past G10, and then around how we go to the stadium. And the goalpost
forever to get back.
Because they wouldn't let us leave out of where we wanted. They were making us go out certain gates by that point.
Gotcha.
And then we see the north end zone field goal, the upright, or not the uprights, just the crossbar and back bar. And the cops were really cool there. The other cops were douches. I guess they didn't want like people to take it, so maybe I shouldn't say they were douches. I don't know. I don't understand what they were doing. Then the other cops were just standing there with it, and they were like, that was the south end zone back bar, not the north end zone back bar. And I was like, can I take a picture and kiss it? And they're like, absolutely. And so I got to kiss it again.
Oh,
so I kissed south end zone field goal twice that night. That thing got smooched on hard.
Yeah, that was like putting Henry Toto's mouthpiece.
Yeah, pretty much. Worth it. 100% worth it. Such a fun night. I'm never going to get over that night. It was...
Yeah, I think one of my favorite parts is running back to the tailgate, get back and, just kind of fist bump and chest bump everybody. And then my dad was back there at the tailgate at this time. And he was like, that's the reason you grew up hating Alabama. I was like, hell yeah, dude.
It's perfect. I love that.
And he got to smoke the cigar too. So, we got him one while we were in Tuscaloosa, so that was really cool that Hunter and them got to do that as well. Yeah. And you know what else I like to see? I like to see these professional volunteers cash in on some of these bets and make other people wear orange. It's pretty sick. I don't know the New York Giants one.
There's an athletic trainer there that went to UT, or maybe was an athletic trainer at UT.
Gotcha.
That is the connection. Yeah, Jeremy Pruitt's actually making them.
Yeah, 100%.
Just kidding. He got fired.
Yeah,
fired guy.
That's cool. And then Grant's making basketball players do it, and you got some Saints players. What about Honey Badger having to do it after LSU? That was sick.
Loved it.
And also that was the most watched college football game this season so far,
and it probably will be regular season.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't see it getting topped. CBS from here on out is not going to be great. Maybe Georgia, Tennessee, if it ends up being a great game, it might peak. Mm-hmm. It peaked at like 16.9 million. So that last field goal probably had almost 17 million people watching it.
Yeah.
Chase McGrath is a stud.
I saw today that somebody named their kid Chase. Like it was on his Instagram story, so that's pretty dope.
That is cool.
I mean, what a moment. I mean,
also,
you don't have to do anything else the rest of your career. You beat Alabama. Who cares?
I'll give everyone a tip here. If you've ever wanted a blue tick coonhound from the people who breed Smoky. Let me give you a tip because I was doing some research today and I'm trying to talk Emily into it. Haven't done it yet. She didn't like the idea. So they changed bloodlines. They've actually technically changed bloodlines several times, but they changed breeders recently. So I can't remember what year. Smoky 11 is Smoky 10's son though. And then they are going to do another, or no, I guess it'd be his brother. Sorry. But the Smoky bloodline is going to have a litter in the spring. I can't remember the name of the breeder right now, but if you go on Facebook, you can get a Smoky, whatever you want to name him, Chase, Jalen,
Smokey.
Hooker. Hooker would be a good dog name.
Smokey.
You can't name your kid that. You could name it Smoky. If you want that, go on there. There's supposed to be a spring litter from Smoky 10's dad, or Smoky 11's dad, I think.
Okay.
So the Smoky bloodline you could have in your household. No free ads. You're welcome. They probably get inundated with people, so it doesn't matter what I say. But I saw that on Facebook today that they're expecting a litter. So spring litter. Yeah. I don't really want a hound. They're kind of a lot. But if I was ever gonna buy a dog from a breeder, it would probably be that one.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So there you go. Little tip. Little fun
I
fact.
never have to buy a dog. I have a wife who wants to buy a dog, so I don't have to worry.
Yeah,
worry about
I shouldn't say we might end up with one other dog. Maybe that would be from a breeder, but it wouldn't be my choice. I'll say that.
What kind of dog would it be?
Long-haired wiener.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Little weenie. Just a little weenie running around the house. I want another Brutus. I should have never got those balls clipped, man.
Yeah, just get a freaking mutt.
I mean, that's what I want, one from the pound, but you know how it goes.
We say P word around here. Pound is a lot.
Freaks Kai out.
Yeah.
Brutus never went to a pound, so that he doesn't. He's the most spoiled dog ever. Don't let him.
I mean, he kind of did for a couple weeks.
Wasn't a pound. He don't remember those.
It was worse.
Probably. He doesn't remember those times. Though. That's what I'm saying. I tell people that sob story, and I'm like, "What am I talking about? He couldn't even eat then. He doesn't know." Let's talk some college football. I'd love to talk.
We got recruiting real quick. I need to mention some recruiting.
We did skip recruiting.
We skipped recruiting last week too. We had a commit, a 2024 4-star wide receiver, Mazio Bennett, out of Greenville, South Carolina, getting him out of SEC country to Tennessee is pretty cool. How do you know? What?
Do not diss. Oh, no, wait. That's Greenville, North Carolina. Right, ECU. Never mind. Are they Greenville? They are.
Or Greensboro.
Maybe Greensboro.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, Greenville, South Carolina would be Furman. But seeing Hyatt do what he did, the 5-touchdown performance, how do you not, as a wide receiver, want to come to Tennessee?
Yep.
I mean, if you don't, like, I don't want to mention any names, but I'm sure Carnell Tate was a little jealous that Ohio State convinced him not to come after watching that game.
Yeah, you got to have a little bit of FOMO, man. I mean, what a night. Did I mention Sunday? I can't remember who it is now off the top of my head. There was like a day in the life of a defensive back. I think he's 2024 though. That did a visit to UT. It's really cool for the Bama game.
Do you know who it is?
I can pull it up right now. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay. We do have a 2024 defensive back from Lipscomb Academy. Caleb Beasley will be making his decision tomorrow, and it looks like Tennessee is probably the favorite to land him. Been here tons of times already, and has a good relationship with the staff. So probably get another commit, and that would be 4 in that 2024 class already. But yeah, guys, don't let a school tell you can't go anywhere. Keldrick Falk and Carnell Tate, if you want to go, go.
Yeah, you got to use those visits. You don't get a lot of.
Here's the thing, like
unless you're Odell Beckham, you don't get to get recruited again.
If you want to go on these visits, why are you committing?
Yeah,
I just don't commit, and then you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, guys like Carnell Tate, your offer's committable.
Yeah,
off the
you
top.
can you can jump in whenever you want.
Your offer is committable. It was Jacob Odin, excuse me.
Okay.
2024 DB from
Okay.
Michigan. I think he's a 4-star.
Okay. Cool.
But he did a day in the life. It's on Athlazon YouTube, and it's pretty cool. They go to game day. I think the ball walk's kind of in there. They're in the tunnel just beneath the locker room during the ball walk.
I've always wondered how like a game day goes with recruits.
Yeah, on those like big days. So they had them park. I couldn't tell where it was at. They had them park obviously far away from the stadium and like bus them in. I guess there were that many of them. Yeah. So like they came in on like a premier bus.
Well, I mean, you got to see a ton of recruits and stuff on the state. You get to storm a field. I literally had to go like into the recruiting section to get to the field. Like I had to jump that fence to get.
There were a lot of people who had to do that.
Yeah. So, and that drop is not like that. The top of that fence, it's a drop.
And
I
that's
mean, luckily
one of
there's seats that you can kind of get into, but
okay. I thought you were talking about onto the field.
Far.
Yeah.
Well, that drops pretty far too.
And the end zone's the lowest points too. If you're jumping from the sides, you're jumping onto concrete from a higher drop.
Oh god, I didn't do that. That's one of those where you got to just kind of jump down and roll.
I didn't roll, but I hit the deck pretty good. These knees aren't what they used to be, baby. I want to do it again. I'm with Randy Boyd. Let's do it every year.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I'm interested to see what the field looks like.
I bet it's already back to normal. I bet like
I think you're gonna be able to tell there's some patchwork to it. There were a couple good chunks of sod. Shout out to
that
our girl in Texas Orange.
God. Yeah, she couldn't even wear the rod orange.
God, so much fun, dude. I interrupted your recruiting. Was there anything else you want to talk about before we talk some college football?
That's kind of all I got. Big recruiting weekend. I'm sure that resonated well with some recruits. We'll see, what kind of impact it has, but it's probably going to be more of an impact on that 2024 class where you see is, you already got to commit and you're hoping to get another one tomorrow. So I don't know how much it helped with the 2023s. I don't know if it definitely didn't hurt, but will you see kind of a commit out of it? Who knows?
Yeah. We talked about it on Sunday. How are you there, let alone watching it on TV and not want to come to Tennessee? And I know a lot goes into recruiting, so I know like that's not going to be the final say.
Mm-hmm.
But that's going to resonate in the back of your head until you get onto campus somewhere.
Yeah. How do you sign that paper knowing they're like, hey, I went to the greatest college football venue and game of all time, and I'm going to go play somewhere else?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you do that, I gotta kind of judge your character a little bit.
I like it. Just, do you even like football? I think that's a good question you got to ask. Are these football guys if they don't want to be there?
Guess not. They're no Jeremiah Crawford. I know that.
Here's a story I'd like to sit down and hear. Josh Heupels. Have you seen his video of him getting back to the locker room?
Yeah, it's a rough one.
And my favorite part is when things are gonna just going crazy. Like I think there's a point where the cops realize this is gonna take a lot longer than we think. And I don't know his name. It's the state trooper that's always with Heupel. Heupel kind of looks at him and just biggest grin. And the cop's hat has been like knocked around, and he looks at him and he's just smiling ear to ear. And I'm like, dude, that's freaking awesome. Like that is awesome.
How fun is this, man?
Yeah, I'm sure he said it. Somebody was trying to get autographs from Heupel, and he's like, I'm trying to open this cigar box. Sorry, bud.
Yeah.
It was cool. And I liked what Josh Heupel said. I guess he said it before the game, which is even cooler. It's kind of just one of those expect to win. As he told the guys, he's like, take your time out there, like enjoy it. He's like, don't come right back to the locker room. Enjoy being on kneeling with them, or on shields walking with them. Like literally once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, we
Last
can
time
we can
stormed was
party. We're
98.
gonna party in the locker room, but yeah, get your fix in.
This locker room's gonna be open all night, boys. Don't worry. There ain't no
I mean,
closing time.
they opened it up to everybody.
Yeah.
There was moms and VFLs and
Transfers?
aunts and transfers. Yeah. It was insane.
I think we could have gotten in. We should have tried.
Desmond Howard was in there just freaking hitting on people's moms and some shit. I don't know what he was doing.
He was still wearing a full suit.
Yeah, that man was just lurking.
I mean, dude, when you get someone that's played at a premier college football program that is just enjoying that moment so much, that should tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah. Don't
Everything.
Um,
Virginia's up 13-9 now. Don't worry.
Okay, cool. I didn't. Well, let's get to some college football real quick. Some decent games, I guess. Iowa and Ohio State is not going to be a decent game. Clemson, Syracuse. I'm just going to hit on them real quick. Clemson, Syracuse plays at noon along with Tennessee, UT Martin. I do have one more tidbit about UT Martin. They do run the ball well, but it doesn't matter. The offense, they're probably one of the best teams in the OVC, but I think this team would get beat by Akron by 3 or 4 touchdowns. So yeah. Cincinnati, SMU. Who cares? Ole Miss, LSU. I think that's going to be a good game.
Yeah, I'm kind of. It's an interesting one. Ole Miss is top 10 team, and they're dogs in the game. LSU maybe found their groove last week. I think it's interesting to kind of see what it's gonna. This week's more interesting because of what LSU did last week. Like if LSU has lays another egg, you're not talking how could this be a good game? I mean, LSU's favored now, for God's sakes. That's going to be a good football game. That'll be a good one to watch.
Who are you picking?
I want to take on. You should take Ole Miss to cover, right?
2.5.
That's the play. What is it?
2.5.
It's already gone down that much.
Yeah,
it opened to like 6, didn't it? 5?
I thought it was like 3. 3.5.
Okay. I thought it opened. Okay, so LSU's just getting home field advantage. I might just take Ole Miss to win it then.
I kind of like LSU.
It's hard.
I just think they have kind of they got a good defense.
I'm not touching this game. Is what I should say though. By the way, I'm not touching it.
Yeah, 100%. I just go back to the Kentucky. Ole Miss looked like shit during Kentucky.
Yeah, you're right. You're not wrong.
So
you're not wrong.
UCLA, Oregon, top 10 matchup. Oregon minus 6.5.
I think it's UCLA.
I do like them to cover.
I think it's UCLA. I think if you want to put a money line one that's good, I think it's UCLA.
Okay, I like it. Let's do it.
Also, 70.5. I know it's the Pac-12, but we take that under, right? Can those offenses score like that against each other?
If it's 70, I'm taking the under, no matter who's playing.
It's 70.5. Cash it.
I like UCLA. I think Oregon's good, but I don't know. I just think
UCLA looks like the best team in the Pac-12 right now.
Here's the thing, Chip Kelly. This game,
a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah. Does it mean a little extra to him this week? It is in Eugene.
It's got to.
Texas, Oklahoma State. Home. Texas, 6-point favorite. Texas looked like crap last week. They should have lost the game.
I think Texas probably wins this game. I don't know if it's by a touchdown.
Yeah, I agree with that. Mississippi State, Alabama. You think Alabama comes out and just stomps a mud hole in Mississippi State?
Everything about Alabama tells me they do. But Alabama didn't look like Alabama against Texas. Alabama didn't look like Alabama against Texas A&M. Alabama looked more like Alabama against Tennessee, but they didn't win.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I'm not dissing them. I don't think they played a perfect game against Tennessee. Their defense looked terrible. Part of it was Tennessee's offense looked incredible. But it's hard to not watch Alabama's offense, and I know Tennessee's defense isn't great, and not go, they can do that to any team in the conference. Because any team besides Georgia, maybe, they can do that to in the conference. So it's an iffy one for me. If I was going to put money on it, I'd probably take Alabama to cover. But for the reasons I just said, I don't know if I take that. I don't know. I don't know if I touch it, I should say.
Did Mississippi State lose? Oh, they lost to Kentucky last
They got
week.
whooped by Kentucky. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes me want to put.
I think you're going to find out these next 2 weeks how overrated Will Rogers is. Good quarterback, not better than Hendon Hooker. Not a better quarterback than Hendon Hooker. I don't care how many passing yards he has. If we want to look at stats all day, it's the dumbest thing ever. Hey, look at the offense he's in. And don't tell me Josh Heupel runs the same offense as Mike Leach. Tennessee runs the ball, and they run it well. That's going to
they throw the ball down the field. Will Rogers don't throw the ball down the field.
That's going to offset a lot of Hendon Hooker's passing yards. If they pass like Mississippi State, they would have lost to Alabama, but Hendon Hooker would have just as many yards as Will Rogers.
Yeah.
So quit looking at the stats. He's a better quarterback. He's a better player. It's that simple.
Minnesota, Penn State.
I don't.
Did Penn State get broken last week?
I don't know. You can't fire James Franklin now. He's pretty much got the deal of a lifetime.
Just
Minnesota looks not as good as they did early in the season. I'll take Penn State.
Kansas State, TCU. Kansas State's number 17. TCU's number 8. TCU's 3.5-point favorites.
I'm taking TCU. They're
I'm
good.
too.
They're a good football team.
Yeah,
they could easily be the other undefeated team besides Clemson. I would almost say because of the conference, I would pick TCU to be undefeated before I picked Ohio State to be undefeated.
Ooh.
That might be my hot take.
I need to see who TCU has left on their schedule because you would think that they're about done to the decent team.
They play 9 games. They do play 9 games.
They have to play Texas.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
What'd you just say about Texas? Come on.
They didn't look great against Iowa. I was literally like going to, I think it was like 21 points. I wasn't going to touch that game, but like if I could have got them against anybody else last week, I was gonna take them. Like if I could have got around a touchdown, I would have taken it.
Yeah.
But that Iowa State game, gross.
Iowa State's a gross football team, but they kind of make it gross for everybody.
Yeah, their colors just make it like you have to be gross.
I like their colors.
Ugh.
I mean, I don't want to wear them, but I like them.
They just look like a Happy Meal.
Like Arizona State's colors. I like Arizona State's. I like USC's.
That's different.
Is it? Red and yellow.
Yeah, but Arizona State's more of like a maroon.
They do have a little bit of a deeper red. Arizona State.
Iowa State looks like a Happy Meal.
I like it.
Ugh, you're disgusting.
Here's the line I really like, and South Carolina fans are going to say no because they beat Kentucky. Congrats. Texas A&M to cover 3. Here's the thing people are forgetting. The best part of Texas A&M is their defense. They're going to win that ball game, and they're going to win it by more than 3.
Yeah,
I don't care who's at
it might be 7-0. Might be the final
It
score.
could be. Very well could be. It's probably a defensive touchdown.
So what is the under in that game?
44.5. It's too low. Too low. They know. Vegas knows.
Low. Yeah, that's low.
Vegas knows.
All right. Well, you got any stupidities?
Yeah, it's me. Listen, I argue with an Alabama fan, which I finally
me.
stopped doing because they're so stupid. They're just so stupid. But I did tweet, I told a guy, which I was right initially. I should have been careful with my words. But I was like, if you can find me saying a ref cost us a game, like show me how many times I've done it. My initial thing.
They found it?
Here's where I could have been fine. He had to go all the way back to 2013. I was 18 years old in 2013. And then, Landon, my favorite part is, too, he also found one in 2012 where I'm a junior in high school, and it was a soccer game that I played in. It's like, that's all you have, and instead of just owning up to it and saying these are the situations, I'm a different person now. I'm not a 46-year-old man saying, did you see that ref celebrate that touchdown? I'm not like that, and I do stand by that statement, but I was an idiot, and I argued incorrectly. I'm stupid. I said, I've never said I'm a genius, except when I'm a genius. I'm stupid. I'm an idiot, and
you got to give him props a little bit. He did show his work. He went and found it.
Yes, but also 2013. That's all you could find 9 years ago.
Hey, 2013 tweets will get you canceled in a hurry.
Oh, for sure.
Ask our boy Kevin Hart.
For sure.
We'll have Joe ask him why he's at his concert.
No, for
Is that
like,
even called a concert? He said concert.
That's what I wondered. I don't think it was a called concert.
Is Kevin Hart singing and dancing?
Probably.
Yeah, he probably is.
Probably. Yeah, no, I like I said, I should have stuck to my original argument. How many times have I done it? Because I could have easily gone, hey, I was 18 years old. I was an idiot then, just like these people are being idiots now. And that would have been a fun argument. And then the other one was my junior year of high school where I was definitely an idiot. That was also the time me and Dylan Blumenthal had a ref to a car telling him how terrible he was. And we both got red card. Or Dylan got red carded. I didn't get red carded. So,
yeah, got to delete those. I spent like a whole day one time and just deleted so many like every word I could think of that might be controversial.
I've done that.
I looked it up.
Like anytime I said the GAY word, I even if it was like not bad, just delete. Done. Yeah. Actually, someone's gonna go find it right now. I better double check. I better just double check that one real quick.
My stupidity is Shane Beamer.
Oh yeah, easy.
Just stop making videos. You look like a moron. Actually, he's aged a ton since he's been at South Carolina too.
Starting to look like Frank.
Yeah, more and more every day. Yeah, stop. You can't dance. You're just weird looking.
Yeah.
And some people might love it, but like,
I get why, like, when it's your guy, it's your guy. Like, everyone's like, the players love him. And I'm like, yeah, they should. I mean, like, I get that. But if the rest of the country is going, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen, that's not good either, because that also means there are people you're trying to get to your program that are saying the same thing.
Yeah, there's that bulletin board material.
And
you're not even. What'd you say?
Didn't work for Kentucky. It worked for South Carolina. Mark Stoops is an idiot for saying that. By the way, I just need to clarify that.
Also, Will Levis didn't play in that game, so
he didn't. But
you really count that as a win?
Would it made him that much of a difference? Kentucky sucked in that game.
Yeah,
sorry, Landon, I forgot. It is the number 1 draft pick. I'm sorry. It would have made a difference.
Yeah, duh.
It's the number 1 draft pick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Shane Beamer. He's just. I'm glad it's not mine. That's what I'll say.
For sure.
Any more stupidities?
I mean, we could go through. Like I said, I just stopped responding to the Alabama ones because it was like, we won. I don't give an F. There were some incredibly stupid Alabama ones. It was awesome.
They are mad online.
It is awesome.
What about Will Anderson saying the team had some anxiety?
Yeah.
Well, then I tweeted, I was like, did we break Alabama? Because you ever seen Alabama do that? You ever see Nick Saban in a press conference? I mean, usually, he's saying how, they beat Tennessee, but, he was very quick to say, like, the atmosphere wasn't that great.
Yeah, it was.
And then he went in to say with the Jermaine Burton thing. He was like, this is why teams don't storm the field. Blah blah.
Shouldn't storm. Yeah, it's dumb.
You're just mad because you got stormed on.
Yeah, here's the thing. Why didn't he say Jermaine Burton shouldn't put his hands on people, let alone?
Yeah,
women?
it's a.
That seems like an easy thing to say.
Yeah, and it also like, is Nick Saban hitting women? Is that why he's okay with it?
Clip that. Clip that.
I mean,
it's such an easy thing to say, Landon.
Yeah,
he shouldn't have done it. What? Like, it's on video, and you can say, "Listen, I don't know how hard it is. It's a slow-mo video. I have no idea.
You can't put your hands on a woman.
You shouldn't touch her. You shouldn't brush her shoulder. Like, good God.
Yeah.
It is an easy thing to say.
Dude, and I knew it was coming, but those Alabama fans were like, she said a racial slur.
Oh, yeah.
Shut up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, she did not. She was smoking a cigar. There's no way he could even hear her if she did.
Oh, yeah. It's
She had a
Alabama.
mouthful of mahogany.
Listen, I won't blame it all on the people from the state of Alabama because there's so many bandwagon fans. You never know where they're from. Just in general, Alabama fans, they make them an extra special, if you know what I mean. So,
yeah,
I won't blame it all on the state of Alabama. Nick Saban has made that fan base just stupid. They're cult like. They're almost A&M. They're so cult like.
Ugh,
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah.
God, what I was thinking about is like A&M storming, and like, you know, they'd probably, all those yell leaders would be hanging on the goalpost, probably like trying to sit on it, you know, the pointy part. I mean, I would hate if I saw those guys on the field. Like, if I was an A&M fan and I saw those idiots on the field, I would try to stomp. I'll try to knock them down and let them.
This is why we can't storm the field, Landon. This is why we can't storm the field.
Some people just deserve it, okay? I can't help that.
That's what Jermaine Burton said. Golly.
Yeah, that man's an idiot. He tried to double dip. He tried to go get a championship at Georgia and then transfer to Alabama, and good for him. Also, Henry Toto still hasn't won a third Saturday in October game in Neyland.
Yeah, maybe that's what we needed. Him to, maybe that was like, maybe he's, I know you haven't been here long, but maybe like he was kind of like that final, like,
oh, conspiracy theory. He did that video to help Tennessee.
He's a fall. he's Tennessee's Jeremy Pruitt.
I love that he was like, we'll see him again. I mean, a lot of stuff has to happen for you. Maybe he thinks
for telling us
we're going to beat Georgia. Yeah, maybe he's psychic.
You still got to play LSU and Ole Miss, and I mean, I'm not saying they should beat you, like,
is that what you want? You want to see Tennessee again?
Yeah, I don't know if he wants to see Tennessee again. I'm sure Bryce Young would like to. I'm sure Jahmyr Gibbs would like to. I don't know if you want to.
Yeah. Also, like, what would Alabama look like if they didn't have Jahmyr Gibbs? I mean,
not well. You still have Bryce Young, which is good, but yeah,
they'd be good, but they wouldn't. I mean, they'd probably have what?
It would change.
They'd have 3 losses already.
Probably, it would change. That's another thing too. You better tell your offensive line to buckle up. Bryce Young ain't gonna be healthy the next time you see us, and give me Jalen Milroe if Bryce Young can't beat us. Give me Jalen Milroe,
dude. And Jeremy Banks is playing. I love when Bryce Young tried to dap him up. Bryce Young tried to dap him up because he thought they were gonna win.
He said good. He said good game.
Yeah,
I love it.
Jeremy Banks is a ball.
He's a dog too.
He is, and he played a hell of a game on Saturday.
Yep.
Do we have MII? Do we have any of that?
It is
1:37.
Let's get out of here. I thought I had one. Let me see if I have a screenshot real quick while we're wrapping it up. I had one and now I'm like, it's slipped my mind. I don't think I screenshotted it. Screenshotted. I don't.
I'm still having so much fun. I'm riding it. Like I'm on Twitter. Like when I get off from work, I'm on Twitter literally all the time. I'm just scrolling, looking for more stuff.
On Sunday, I had to charge my phone 3 times.
Yeah, I've noticed that my battery life is not great anymore.
I scrolled I scrolled so much on Sunday, I had to charge it 3 times. It was awesome.
In the stadium, I turned my phone off.
Smart.
On the chance that I got to do all that and would have enough battery to like have some pics and some videos and stuff. So
I took a charger with me. I'm sure a lot of people are making fun of my fanny pack. It came in super handy, so screw all y'all.
I was making fun of it as soon as you got out of the car.
That's fine.
That morning.
I put my cigars in it, put my lighters in it, I put my phone charger in it, I put my Zens in it, I put my grass in it.
Zen God Caleb.
I'm never gonna clean it. There's like spray paint from the grass, like in the bottom of it, and like sand. I'm never gonna clean it. I love it.
I had to let some of the grass dry out because it was wet from my water bottle. I was just watering it a little bit.
Yeah, you got to keep it growing, baby.
Yeah.
Keep it growing.
Also, shout out Ham and Goodies.
Oh yeah, we need to do that. Shout out Ham and Goodies, always taking care of us at the tailgate. If you like lemon cookies, if you like any of their cookies, they just take care of us on game day.
They
shout
slap. Their lemon is their most popular, but that strawberry, man.
We'll see about getting some strawberry next time.
Damn.
Cedar Bluff location is the one who take care of us. Shout out to them. But make sure you visit any and all their locations. Cedar Bluff, downtown, and then Paper Mill. North Shore. That's it. North Shore location. So make sure you check out all their locations. We can't say thank you enough to Ham and Goodies. They really, really, really take care of more important issues, and definitely go check them out. Tell them Caleb and Landon sent you. That will get you go Vols, and that's worth it. So
Swift
do that.
Kicking ass.
Yeah. If you say it, kind of quietly, if you just let them know, like, don't let anyone around you do it. They may throw an extra, baker's dozen in there or something. We'll find out.
Yeah.
No promises. We'll find out.
You get a dozen, they give you 13.
That, by the way, that's not true. So don't bank on that. But to do it, try it. It's worth a try.
Right. Gotta try.
It's worth a try.
Also, shout out to our boys, University Traditions too. Great hats. Go check them out. They seem to be booming.
Oh, they are, dude. I mean, they are, and they're awesome, and they deserve it, and I love it.
Yeah, keep it rolling. Love it. Guys, thanks for listening. That's all I got. Caleb, you got anything?
That's it, baby. Go Vols.
Go Vols, man. Still living the dream. The stream is a little. It's calm right now. It's feeling good, but we're still bringing that boat in, and we out.